Komon-Tok, in case you don't know. Oh yeah. Whenever we pledge with love and loyalty to his sweet, sweet mamas alone. Now we all come together as one. For tomorrow, now we go mix alone. Anytime where you pay, anytime where you go, anything you they do, it no matter. Oh yeah, it no matter. Now we for turn up Tanga one inside Sierra Leone. Let one big family, cause no place like home. In case you don't know, this not Komon-Tok. Where to bring information about Salon. In case you don't know, this not Komon-Tok. Where to bring information about Salon. For education, entertainment, political affairs. Tune in Komon-Tok. For education, entertainment, political affairs. Tune in Komon-Tok.
From the streets of it down to the world beyond, we the yarn about the things we the hold strong. Political talks, we no go shy. Migration stories should no go die. Entertainment, we go dance to the beats. Health and well-being, make we rise from we sit. This now we platform, we go speak the truth. For the young and the old, now we voice with the roots. Komon-Tok, we go here, we loud. We no go hide, we go make it proud. From Salon to the world, we just stand tall. Come here, we are, now we message for all. Komon-Tok, this now we voice. R&B soup, we make the choice. From politics to health, we the stand firm. Migration and vibes, we the confirm. Komon-Tok, now the place to be. We the young and clear for you and me. Komon-Tok, go yeah, we there. For the future, we the pave the way. We talk about the health, we need that for survive. Make the system better so we people go thrive. Entertainment this week, the music.
Yes. Una welcome back to yet another very, very important segment where they can to the Komon-Tok platform. Yes, just like what we be promising, just like una be asked. Yes, today na the wonderful day where we get the opportunity for can talk to Dr. Kaifala Marah. The person where we just named so, now household name. And with all fairness, you know, even need introduction. But for the sake of protocol, we go just pinch a little bit. Now, one time bank governor of Salon, one time Minister of Finance and Economic Development, one time Foreign Affairs Minister, and of course, at one time, Chief of Staff to former president. And again, of course, when it comes into international, now the Commonwealth, it don't become an advisor today. But we don't see most of the politicians. Then, if you watch their resume, it packed with extensive knowledge and experience. But actually, today, not all that we want to pay attention to. We want really ask critical questions, something will go benefit the ordinary person, real, tangible, practical solutions to the problem. It needless for say, we country day in a crossroad. Most of the people who they follow we, say nothing the more we pay attention because we demand more, we need more, the country need more. So today, we can ask Doctor, where one made and get the opportunity for be a flag bearer and party, where ultimately he also want to let the Salon people and get the chance. So we ask, how this could be different from the past, the past promises. Well, I'm sure you will find out soon from the questions and the questions and the answers that we give for Kahepwe. Me, now Mr. Komon-Tok. If you just join me for the first time, we want for you this opportunity for welcome you within a different side, maybe we say they watch you for the first time within YouTube. Click the subscribe button if you don't ever do that. And of course, turn the notification bell, which means each time we come live, we go send you an alert. Of course, if you're not possible, like for watching our Facebook, we also the live stream day. We did our Instagram, of course, to TikTok. And we also did our X. Today, now a wonderful day. And today, now the 1st of August, a new month, a new day, a new beginning. What a day. Anyway, we can just now for can welcome the big man at the building.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. This now Komon-Tok. In case you don't know. Oh, yeah. We pledge with love and loyalty to we sweet mamas alone. Now we all come together as one for tomorrow. Now we go make alone. Anytime where you pay, anytime where you go.
All right. So straight to the point. La just use this opportunity for welcome Dr. Kaifala Marah for the first time now the Komon-Tok platform. You get the mic.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Komon-Tok. First and foremost, I want to say thank you to you and your team for availing me the opportunity for appear here today for share with my vision, which I believe to say we will do for make our country go forward. And today, na a unique day again. Since I did na the diaspora, I think na the right moment for engage people na the diaspora, make them begin understand what I stand for and waiting day in the offing for them going forward in our country when I succeed for the president of the country.
All right, thank you very much. And we not waste time at all as we get many issues then for can look into. But there are key things for someone we start from. And this for me is personal, and I believe say every Sierra Leonean is personal to us as well, the health. Okay. Now, when it comes to policy, we're not a challenge that side here because you resume don't speak for itself. But there's a difference between theory and practical. Tell me, with the experience now, how you go practicalize the health? Because the statistics here, they're staggering, where perhaps as time that goes on, we go put them for let people and see. They're very tough for it. But how will you economic your health policy go be different at all? Let's start from the health side first.
Okay. First and foremost, I want to say this to you, Mr. Komon-Tok. I understand, say, politicians will always talk. The resume is brilliant. It's padded. But I'm not going to Komon-Tok and another engage Sierra Leoneans just on policy basis. Now on my track record, my performance, my competence, and waiting I don't bring, my role, my contribution to the development of the country under President Kaifala Marah. So I just want to say this and then come to the next thing where they talk about health. I've been thinking to say we'll take an overview and then come to this. But for health, I will say this. Most recently, I tell people, Sierra Leoneans, for say, we need for compare notes when governments they change. I suggest that to get government transition protocol so that when one administration they go out and another they come in, they're able to understand who said the wire stop and how they're able to take them forward. Now, when President Koroma in administration, they left that not happen. So plenty things go wrong. And that they bring me to health where you ask about. We under President Kaifala Marah been roll out a tool called the Free Healthcare Initiative. We've been get 1,270 something peripheral health units across the country for help belle woman them where they give pikin bobby and pikin the way they under 5. So that's not been the initiative. But not just stop there. We'll get malaria, we'll get TB programs, we'll get plenty communicable diseases where we've been focused on. We've been to work with development partners like Gavi Fund, like Global Fund, and many others, WHO, UNICEF, you name them. It reached a point where the maternal mortality rate been dropped, and to a very large extent, we've been believed say we don't reach a point we shall be for build on and now for stabilize them and make her go forward for say this. It reach a point to say we've been the now zero in on number of nurses what we need in our economy, including number of doctors. If you go back in the country, and even though been there, one of the challenges we've been confronted with was a good number of the medical doctors not in at the hospitals and they're on projects and programs. So one thing what they do.
If I can just jump in, it looked like you want to go to the previous. Would you look at Yona? Because if you see this statistics we put so it's staggering. You talk about the bed we get 0.27.
Mr. Komon-Tok.
We get 1.9 nurse per 1,000 inhabitants at this moment. Yes.
Mr. Komon-Tok. You know, he finally allowed me to talk. Before rain can wash, she had been soaked. So I need for build upon something for let you understand. So the questions where they ask, it will make a lot of sense and it will help viewers and listeners. So I just want for say who's been done stop and who's me go take and for build on that legacy. Now, when we say free healthcare initiative, we not only roll them out, but when then this particular government come, then go slow on that. So that make a lot of things go wrong. So what me go do when I come as head of state?
Okay.
So go back to the free healthcare initiative will be rolled out for begin safe picking their lives. Mommy then we get belly, including the one that where they suck picking.
So you get free, but also you put that money there for making free.
Now how been doing before? Now so we go do them. Plenty way you go fund free healthcare initiative. You can take 0.1% of GST. You can introduce other innovative ways for ensure that you get sustainable health financing. Nothing will be they do and nothing will continue for do. Not just waiting development partners in the brain, but waiting we as a government go put forward. So that's not just one thing. You get innovative ways for fund healthcare initiative. Now we've been doing and we will continue for doing. Now make I just come to this. You get for ask yourself, the areas that Musa will need medical doctors. I can tell you this. You go to many district hospitals and today you don't even get dentists. You don't get dermatologists. That is where the real issues are. The Chinese labs and where them been bring the time we get Ebola then they. But we need for grow that particular number for make we strengthen with diagnostic system. So it begins with diagnostic system. It begins with training the right caliber of people them where we able respond to the health challenges that we get.
Okay.
That was why at the camp we introduced the skills development fund. We get for reintroduce them for train skilled people so that you will get heart surgeons. You will get people where they look after picking them pediatricians. So we need the experts in the economy for ensure that the health system go forward. Now they tell you something, we get for set target for ourselves. Me, Kaifala Marah, people know me for one thing. Me performance driven. I know the job saying that this I do. I get for set target and ensure that to meet them target. So I speak to two examples here tonight about the health. I they mention one thing when malaria. Yeah, Chief. We get then discover malaria in our country in the 1600s. Today, you get more than 2 million malaria cases in the country. That's hygiene related. And not just malaria. Today, we get a backup for that too called typhoid. We get for do poor hygiene. So we as a government, including the people of Sierra Leone and local councils, get for set we self-target as to how we reduce malaria precedent in our country. Waiting will make all NTR work. Now where you train the right skills. So we get for grow the number of nurses.
I agree with you. Even if in a health no more you can't talk, we're not able to come on at all. So I just want to make a short one for we.
So
and I just want to grow up. I just want to connect this one. Malaria, of course, you don't from the 1800. What about the Kushner? How you go tackle that? Let's talk about the immediate thing where, of course, 10 years ago, this are thing will not be know about. How you go handle the Kush? I'm sure you don't tell it will come off with so you see for yourself. Not they see past yourself. How you go handle that health crisis day?
We already get agencies at the country for address them one day. We'll get the anti-drugs agency. We'll get institutions them we responsible.
Well, it seems to be working well.
Well, it work with me, Mr. Komon-Tok. Me, Kaifala Marah, people know me for one thing, say, if you put assignment to me charge, it work, sir. That's how they tell you. Okay. You see, I tell you, you will get policy in place, you get institutions in place, but the drive for ensure that happen need the leadership. Now that leadership are they provide. So we get plenty things we get for do with push, we get for do with rehabilitation, we get for do with ensuring that it gets the agencies in the country for do their own bit. You as a leader get for provide that support for ensure that it happen and create leadership.
I assume I talk to the president of Salona.
Absolutely.
The president of Salon, you get an issue, you're so passionate about health, you're passionate about fighting, all disease. But I don't know, because we know, I don't know, you hear about, we name across the world, whether they talk about drugs related things, and we also see from multiple reports from reputable organization for say we get a drug lord in the country, where now a Dutch national. And this drug lord, we also understand clearly now, the Dutch government do an extradition and agreement, send an extradition request from we own government. How you go manage? You as the president now, you go able to hand over this or tell me if you are aware or familiar, because we don't count with people holding the other from SLPP there, where they say they know aware about that. But thank God you didn't. Tell me first, we are for say we get a drug lord where they help for damage the health. Let me start with the health.
Okay, I just want to say this, Mr. Komon-Tok. We are aware that the Dutch then don't ask for this. We're aware that a lot of things they go wrong in the country when it comes to push and drug abuse in the country. But I want to tell you something. No government, no institution, no day, we not get systems and processes for ensure that they respond to something adequately. If I'm president, I look at the reviews, I look at the report, and take a look exactly as to waiting at the requirement for ensure that we address this. So government no go without handing over note. The intelligence get for hand over to me. Everything we get for do with this particular issue where they talk about, get documents. Now, I want to tell you this. Waiting perhaps they read and waiting they read. It might be different from waiting they on paper and the report will come. But waiting I want to tell you is, with Kaifala Marah being at the helm of affairs, trust me, these are issues we will adequately address. If every evidence where people they peddle now, where people they talk about now the streets not true, trust me, we'll take the right actions.
Okay. Go ahead.
I will take the right actions as head of state. If they hand over the report and get briefing with all the agencies we get for do this issue, then give me them briefing. And I know that the common approach, the strategic approach, now for ensure that we sit down with the international community and the relevant agencies where they push this, we'll sit down with them and address it. I know one for tell you for say, when I come straight off and this how they do. That is why this particular government starts on the wrong footing. We just assume you take an action. But trust me, if evidence they, as they don't say, as they don't allege, and it is there, and the agencies then report that, trust me, they take the right action.
So if you said the current government, they're not serious about fighting drugs or, catching for hand over this person, because mountains of evidence are there.
I want to tell you this. You know, there is one thing for talk, and there is one thing for deal with a problem. I understand we get drug issues, drug abuse issues now in country, and trust me, we'll address that.
Okay.
No, we know they will not go address that.
Okay.
This other issue where they talk about this man, waiting people they talk now in the media. I go ask you a question. You don't ever see the extradition request. You don't ever see the details. I'm a careful person. Anything I say, I do, I do. You need requisite evidence. If it is there for say this now, so why not go do? That is why I'm running. And I want to tell you something. I'll tell you. We get three categories of young people where they suffer in our country. We get the one them where they're in university, waiting and they teach them not in the economy need. We'll get for address that. Thanks to God, we'll get for discuss.
That's how the next question will come.
You get the one them, no, it's lad on this. You get the one them where they suffer from push. We'll get for rehabilitate them, but ensure that we address the root cause of the issue. Now, addressing that root cause of the issue demand me as head of state forget the right briefing. Once I don't get the right briefing, and not just from one agency, a conglomerate of agencies, including external partners, whatever we arrive at, trust me, that is what we're gonna do. The last one we will discuss tonight. Now, young people are where they're outside of the economy, where they UK, where they US, where perhaps they listen to me, or just think to say they don't give up on Sierra Leone. Now, the best lawyers, the best doctors, the best engineers, the possibility for letting them go back to a country is very slim. Now, I ask you a question, therefore, if you're head of state. The young people are waiting in your country, where they suffer push, where drop out of university, where situation's not good for them, then they're not crew bed and they elsewhere. What you go do? You need a holistic approach to that particular issue. So when they talk about push issues, it's not just limited to that. It is that as head of state, I need to get the right briefing, the right advice from people. Now when they say this is it, trust me, that is what.
Not just that, because we get a lot of things in for talk. You talk about if we are about the extradition, or if we get the briefing. Of course, they're not going to tell me what we get from the Minister of Justice. Is read everything and they can process the thing. They can process the claim or the request. There are a lot of discussions, of course. Then clearly, no one for believes itself there is person like that. But then again, different. But anyway, we left that on the aside.
No, wait. I want to close this. Come on, talk.
Yeah.
Listen. The minister will come out clean for telling when waiting they happen. Not so.
Well, you will doubt them because then they contradict themselves. This one they can't say that the police for Andulan, and they can't say that the justice system, and they say that the foreign affairs.
So I will tell you this: Kaifala Marah is known for one thing: performance, track record, and doing that which is right. I will ask for the briefing from all the relevant agencies. The fact has to be out. Once you get them, they will advise you the actions we for take. And other actions and they will take.
So now
I just want the assurance to everybody where they listen, whether I get grand picking or get picky where they suffer from this, that Kaifala Marah, when he's there on that seat, trust me, would address this. It goes beyond what they say. We know they just carry this peep for say possibly we'll get illicit networks, not just that. But broad down will fail with.
Let me jump on like I said, the health are broad subject, and if at least you don't help we understand what you could do, and thank you for that. And your economic reforms, of course, you see the country right now. There is a report. I don't know if you don't get it on the answer now. World Bank they suggest we get less than 2 months of imports. And we see our inflation the day up. Of course, the government say they don't put on down. Where a lot of people are surprised how miraculous it happened from 54% now they say don't go to single digits. Tell me your economic reforms. I mean, real tangible, because it's not about, we always say we don't listen to Una the politician many times. But what are the real solution to economic reforms where millions of Sierra Leoneans then they look forward to?
Mr. Komon-Tok, sometimes fair for both will every politician's not the same boat. I just want to tell you this. When I was Minister of Finance, I do an exemplary job. recently, on the 10th of July, of course, when I streamed the thing, I get a conversation with all walks of life, including bankers, government, decision makers, policy makers across the board on the economy. And what I said that they now they reiterate now. The inflation rate when they talk about, for me, is not realistic. What you need for do, now for do a backup study for prove whether thing they say is right or wrong. Because women have been Minister of Finance, inflation been there 12%. When I come within a year, bring her down to 6.4%. So you know they hide for me. I know what thing for do. But the reality is the reserves will be get. Now only 1.8 is supposed to be 3 months import. But in Norwich, in other words, if you forget reserve, we in the times of crisis, again will help you for cover import for a period of 3 months. That not is so. Even with that profile, it look bad. The last time I present, the figure we I put was very, very gentle on them. I put about 2 billion. Today we made a talk. The debt profile of the country now $3 billion US dollars, including domestic as well as external debt. So what team me go do, and I say that day, and I'm sure you get the team, perhaps not for just reiterate the team, would they go back to the basic foundations? You know, when I don't present on the 10th of July, government recently, I think now on the 29th, then come up with a supplementary budget and accept some of the things and way I say. Unfortunately, the recommendations that I make, they not seem to follow up on the recommendations and they ask them they. So one of the things me go do as head of state, straight off, now for ensure that we decongest this whole financial management system, we go for waiting, we do rationalization, ensure that we up revenue. And plenty with the up revenue. Today, I they tell you, many of the concessions where government they gain all right. So government they lost revenue, now the port and elsewhere would address that for ensure that revenue come up. We will also go for ensure that we digitize.
For let people and just get you say government they give concession. Now from where? Only the ports and which other area? Because if you just say they give concession, people need to know the area they lost money as a nation.
The areas and plenty. I will only give some. If you are like you all go there all night.
No, we're not go there all. Just give you some. At least so we get time for good points.
You know why they say this? Because when I become Minister of Finance, the first thing that they do, you make mention, say, we Marah been there and talk, say, Sierra Leone, now one of the fastest growing economies. Not just for the iron ore, we'll be in the get. But trust me, the prudent systems that will be put in place, now in help we again for make we reach that point. Now that they talk about. So them basic foundations, them basic things and the way I've been do, now that they get me government for do. Now you get plenty of people where they import things. They know they pay the way they're supposed to pay. So government they lost tax. You go na NRA, the way they collect taxes is not so efficient. They lost a lot of money.
But people and they criticize the government say they collect too much tax. So you plan for can't collect more tax. Is that the case?
You get me wrong, Mr. Komon-Tok. There is a difference. There is a difference between increasing taxes, women no go do, from effective collection of tax. So people they evade tax, people they avoid tax. Inside the tax collection system, you get plenty leakages because opportunities and therefore make people take money, siphon money off government. But when you put in place systems, you digitize the system. Trust me, when people know they get access to the money physically, a lot will come to government. So these are some of the things that they do. So if I will name them to you, number one, they go for fiscal rationalization. In fact, even the expenditure, government get for cut down on expenditure. That is I tell you about unconscionable spending. That is reckless spending on the part of government. You get for stop that. In addition, even overseas travel, me and you know that overseas travel not get no control. You get for limit overseas travel. You get for increase the taxes. You get for close the leakages.
The church wants one sensitive area. This is very sensitive. You talk about digitalizing the economy, which is a good thing because then part of the world I will find out too. We need to pay, we need to exchange money. Governments need to exchange money in hand, everything.
Yeah.
But their system, we talk about then gets electricity. The infrastructure there for provide that, but we get with a struggle with electricity. Are you able to digitalize the economy where the ration electricity? How you would do that?
No, I know one let you mix putting the right infrastructure, we will make investment grow versus this what they talk about now. Even with this level of electricity what we get, government can still digitize and ensure that the right things happen. And they say so because as Minister of Finance, I digitize plenty things.
That mainly on target now the main provincial areas then, because not all of the country not get light.
It works, sir. When we've been there, many of them think ya work. So what they say is, when you do fiscal rationalization, you close leakages to side for close leakage. You reduce reckless spending, then you up your revenue. Not to taxes they increase, but you go for effective mobilization of revenue, it go change. So that's not the first thing. I know a lot deviate. So I decongest the current fiscal space. When I don't decongest the current fiscal space, they'll come out to the reality. As long as you don't decongest, it meant that domestic borrowing they go down. Now that's happening in the case. Everything we government they do now, even though they don't up revenue, they say that they increase revenue for the remaining number of months for this year. Most of that money saying they spend them now for service the debt we government don't already take through domestic borrowing, not to for build school, not to for build hospital, not for help people, now for just pay debt. So you get for clean that. And mid one, when I've been being Minister of Finance, I've done successfully. So I no one go back to that. Having said that, we get for begin for think about how we go up with revenue stream, how we go do well as a country. One of the key areas we will focus on now the minerals wealth fund, where governments don't already put in place. Then don't lay the foundation. But now we start them. So once you do that, they will begin up your revenue in areas where you get for do with mining. Now they tell you say they lost a lot in mining. But when you focus on this particular thing where government they work on, so when we start and then they build on that, it go a long way for improved revenue. So this not just the thing we get for good revenue. But if you can out to the overall economy, and if you get time, then I can take you through that. And it's very important for me viewers then get that. So
yes,
I can take you.
Yeah, before we can only because like of course now yeah and perhaps we will sleep now. But if you go do it justice to people, how you rate this economy? How you see matter be economic performance, and how you go different with assuming you become the president?
Poll, the performance poll. In fact, yes, a poll. If I'm president, I will improve them. I they tell you this. I was Minister of Finance.
How you go improve them?
I don't just share with you how they go about them.
Yeah, you want to go before. Maybe, so let me actually give me more. You say you want to expand. So
that is why. So when you do that, listen, when you do that, then you look at the investment environment. Because I want to tell you this, you know this, hardly a day or a week or month pass, you not see government they recruit. Government they recruit almost every week. You get for look at the wage bill and you control that. Now them measures there are you get for put in place for steady the economy. Once you don't do that, they begin look at the growth areas. One thing that they do, now forget the Business and Investment Council. Waiting that will help me for do, now for ensure that I create the enabling environment for make plenty investors can at the country. That get for make we tweak with tax base. Now it costs you more for import na Sierra Leone than for import na Conakry. So that means you get for lower taxes for able to compete with your neighboring countries. When you lower taxes, the volume of containers where they come, they grow. That they make it, they even make more revenue. These are some of the things that you could do. Okay. But when you create the enabling environment, you will get Komon-Tok. The one that will not get Komon-Tok, where they do anything go get opportunity for go establish businesses. But you as a government, now you get for create that enabling environment. One of the things they do now forget a one-stop shop. Now for ensure that you make it easy for businesses for register. You wait now if you want buy land or if you want to do certain things in Freetown, it's so tough, it's so rigorous. What I will do now for create that ease, for take that burden off people.
But governments, this previous government, they work on something like that. Then they don't announce it. They get a infrastructure they put on.
Mr. Komon-Tok, I want to say something. If you want to let people understand what they say, give me time.
No, you get the time, but at least if you set for the interject panting the way we feel say it necessary, because if we not ask the right question, the people themselves not going able to get her.
Now comment you make.
Okay, go ahead.
What a question I ask, Mr. Komon-Tok. So you need for create that enabling environment. And that brings me to the diaspora. The diaspora will be
Abiano left the diaspora a little bit because now one of the questions we need get interest on. Just one look at there are a lot of people from your party where one become a flag bearer behind you. Why you feel saying you're not the right person then for trust you with that huge responsibility there?
Okay. So we'll not conclude this, but I'm fine with this. Make us say this. You know, we go for face the truth. Me don't cross me T's, I don't dot me I's, I don't tick all the boxes. You make mention, say, I serve na the highest offices under President Koma. And you not just appointment to them positions and they now because of my competence, my commitment, and my performance track record. If I get the opportunity now for be the flag bearer, it's relatively easy for a win. People across the country get a lot of trust in me, get a lot of confidence in me, including young people. And young people form the bulk of the population. You go down perhaps see the major event that we don't organize, na Bo, na Kenema. This na the South, in the stronghold of government. We saw young people they come thousands and thousands for support. That now one. Geopolitically, I give Kwanadu, I give Falaba and Kono. They are in swing states. But with me being the candidate, they're not go swing. My wife come on at the South na Moyamba, na I plus to the vote. And they go forward to other things. Because of my performance in government, and because of the way I don't work, it's relatively easy to get the support of the international community. Mind you, I don't serve as chair of the G7+. So international issues and diplomatic issues no go be strange. Chair of G7+ of 20 ministers of finance across the world. I don't serve on the World Bank Advisory Council. I don't work with the Commonwealth Secretariat. So anything we get for diplomacy and international development is relatively easy. So it's very easy for make the country, trust me with that because foreign policy will be good. And by the way, later, if you ask, I will tell you what will be my main foreign policy drive. Why this get for me? The people in the APC trust me. And the APC in a party where they reward people. I don't go to conventions. 2017 convention, they don't give me. I don't go the second convention, 2023, the party not give me. But me na person where they conform and they comport myself. I not join other political party. I not give up. I continue for support this party. And maybe you don't know about this. Me, Kaifala Marah, get under my belt. I built 2 party offices for the APC. In fact, the finest district party office na Kwenadu Guide, I do that. I also do another one at the South. When critical issues come, the party go always entrust in my hands say, Marah, do this. Whether I get for do with the national unity conversation or the tripartite issues, where I'm sure you will get for ask about later, I don't handle them. So you ask yourself, what in the way Marah not do anymore? So I don't get all these experiences. So if I'm head of state, nobody no get for can give me wrong advice about the economy. When World Bank or IMF or other institutions they come, they know the person within they come with. The central bank and the Ministry of Finance know exactly what to do. I've been there before. My chief minister or chief of staff know exactly what to do. So when it comes to coordination, when it comes to transforming the government. And by the way, me, I know they talk about others. You go don't see this. This is my vision of Niho. This is my holistic development strategy, cutting across the country in every sector. What thing we go do. I hope I will get the opportunity tonight for share some of them thing and day with you. So
yeah, as time that goes on, like I said, today we go give you the chance for let you jump into the question. So now, based on that, you feel say APC for you the chance for become the flag bearer?
Because when it happened, it's relatively easy for me to win.
Okay.
When it comes to elections, no by-elections, no the way they put to me charge one or win. And ECSL know that Marah to person in the mess around when it comes to elections, from by-elections to anything. People know that. So what they say tonight, and this not to the party is, me don't make me own humble contributions to the party. I don't be faithful to this party. I don't always give my best to this party. I know one day flip. If the party give me the opportunity, we will hit the ground running. For move this country forward will be relatively easy. I'm sure a good number of Sierra Leoneans know that. I'm not going to ask you this because I'm on camera, but trust me, behind camera, I believe so you will give me thumbs up. Thank you.
All right. Now it comes to we na the diaspora. I remember back then EBK regime when I be get an office of diaspora, something like that on the link. You get any plans where you go incorporate, assuming you get the opportunity to get the presidency, gets the flag bearership, you get the presidency. Is there any opportunity? Because look, statistically, the remittance alone for what would they send at the country? You don't handle less side than they. A huge part some of them loan themselves. In fact, combine the money what would they send at diaspora, a boku pass even waiting with the way and length from IMF World Bank with the way and bigger. How you gonna make sure say this becomes sustainable? Because there are a lot of Sierra Leoneans out there we genuinely love the country, where I'm gonna pour money for the country. How do you get any plans for connect diaspora to the people of Salon in your government?
Now, the biggest plan we can ever think about are the bill on President Nkrumah initiative of Office of Diaspora Affairs, which in the report to me directly when I've been the serve as Chief of Staff. What I do now for bill on that? Would establish a special department for diaspora affairs, and people from the diaspora get for head them. One of the key things we then get for do now for ease things for people within the diaspora for do business in the country. That now one. You want establish business in the diaspora. You don't need for move from 2, 3, 4 institutions for go do this. No. Una remittance is huge. Many of the keke them where they support me today, mina keke party. Most of them keke then they na people na the diaspora bam. The bike then where they support me na people na the diaspora bam. I know. So I know the potential where the diaspora get for help that country go before. So what we will do now for make things easy for people na the diaspora for invest. Not just for set up the office, but for build on waiting President Nkrumah do. So they get that special department or a special ministry for diaspora affairs. So if you want buy land, you want do anything, you want set up business, it will be easy for anybody in the diaspora. This for the first time for go beyond what may not they happen for encourage the diaspora for get courage for come back na the country. That now one. The other thing we go do now for ensure that it's very easy for people na the diaspora for invest in the country, apart from the individual investment that they do. How? We'll get housing project, we'll get energy project, we'll set up special purpose vehicles for people in the diaspora for investing them. So you go sit down within 2, 3, 4 months or 6 months, you invest like 200-300 pounds, you invest again for your begin. You get shares in that company. That company they do affordable housing. Through that one day, when they make money. What don't happen at the diaspora is there is so much in the diaspora, but we're not able to sit down for align that them particular support and push them in a way where the diaspora will benefit. So me believe that if we create a special purpose vehicle for people in the diaspora for invest in the country, then it go good. So that now another one. The other thing what we could do now for help young people in the diaspora for ensure that to help them for go back. How we will do that? by creating a dedicated strategy for ensure that we will take the young people for go to the economy, for make them go compete. In Ghana, them in the match salaries from people in the diaspora and for go back to the country. That's not some of the things that we will do. So waiting at they say is, waiting would they put forward. Now one we will not ever get. The other thing we will do, for example, we now waiting at the UK, when they get a diaspora investment team. That particular team, they help the ambassador. And by the way, I've been talking about my foreign policy, they change. How it they change? Not to court of St. James diplomacy at DEPA. If, for example, Komon-Tok where they drive this, Nina the High Commissioner to the UK, you get a contract with me for ensure that within a particular year, you bring X number of investors to the country. That's not the role of my ambassadors across the world.
And if you not bring them come?
No, the number will they agree on. If you not get that number, I need to ask you for resigning, they go, sir. Not forget, say, me na the champion for performance management in Sierra Leone. I do one word in our state house. Every ministry, every department, every agency gets the performance indicators. Who to go forward will tell you, let me conclude this. Who to go forward will tell you, when we come to social reform agenda, how we reduce accident, how we do so many things in the economy, all tied down to performance management. So these are some of the things that we will do for the diaspora for ensure that we are able to invest, for ensure that we get shares in companies, it will be energy, it will be housing, for ensure that we are able to do nothing inside the country.
Okay, let's just jump in there because it looked like most of the conversation back then of many of the politicians, they hope now for, attract foreign investors and for calm in the country. But it look like if you look down, people intend for CC, not a privatization, not seem to be working. Rather, mainly if you focus your attention on public sector, where government they actually take care of and control. Because we don't see Credit Holdings, we don't see King Horn Mining, GL Holdings, where the amount of money we then give governments and what they make a laughable way. Imagine if governments actually control then sectors indeed. But that is a key thing with John here. Corruption, people in the fear for corruption. So I want to join this one with corruption. What are you take first in terms of nationalizing some of them and how you go robustly? It's not about the talk again. We need practical solution, tangible way out for fight corruption in the country, learn or stop it at all. Connect for with them you have, please.
Everything I don't talk here tonight, I speak to me experiences and practical things who I do. And I will speak to some. You talk about mining companies. And they come to the nationalization and corruption. So I talk about when I did as chief of staff, we review mining lease agreement in the country. And we'll come up with a model mining agreement strategy. So you already get the model mining contract. So when the mining company come, the tax system and everything just get for lift them from that. You not get for go lobby for reduce your taxes. Now, many of them mining companies where they operate now, they all know they operate on the same tax regime. That is wrong. That's now one thing we will correct so that we will get as much revenue as possible. Now, when it comes to nationalization, it not just means they nationalizing companies. What they do is they get shares in them companies and they, you understand? They get interest. That is why when they talk about revenue recall, I tell you, say, the minerals wealth fund arrangement now will get for do. So if you bring a mining company inside the country, fine. Government get for get interest. Not to the royalties where they pay to government are they talk about neither. Are they talk about government being able to forget who shares inside and they so we share profit. So say government get 49% or 45% in a major mining company. And get so in many other mining companies. Trust me, we'll not go look for the World Bank or the IMF always. We will be stronger in William. So these are some of the things that me, Kaifala Marah, go do. And I've been done start for do so under President Komon leadership in the State House.
All right. Okay. We go take a 1 minute break. When we come, they can finish the other side of the laissez.
So you be want to talk about corruption. But I go wait
Yeah,
after the break.
yeah, what can you can, because really we very much interested in corruption, and the
Okay.
statistic don't turn
All
are
right.
not favorable. So Fambule, would they take 1 minute break? When we come, they can continue the program. They can do.
Oh, oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. This now Komon-Tok. In case you don't know. Oh, yeah. Now we pledge with love and loyalty to his sweet, sweet mama alone. Now we all for come together as one for tomorrow. Now we go make salon. Anytime where you day, anytime where you go, anything you they do, it no matter. Oh yeah, it no matter. Now we for turn up Tanga one inside Sierra Leone. Let one big family, cause no place like home. In case you don't know, this now Komon-Tok. Where to bring information about salon. In case you don't know, this now Komon-Tok. Where to bring information about salon. For education, entertainment, political affairs. Tune in, Komon-Tok. For education, entertainment, political affairs. Tune in, Komon-Tok.
Yes, Fambule, now welcome now the program. If you just a journey, you're welcome. And of course, today we get Dr. Kaifala Marah, where they look for get the opportunity, where they seek the opportunity for make empathy with our APC, get the flag bearer, and also the same, they look for the opportunity from Sierra Leone for make them get the privilege for become the president. Yes, welcome back now the program. Yes, you go continue from Musa start on corruption.
Well, corruption not a thing where you do wake up one morning like about the turn off, a turn off. It gets a lot of dynamics around them. But waiting you they do as head of state. Now for ensure that you do the right things. The first thing I go do now for build on the status of the Anti-Corruption Commission. Look at areas where go strengthen the commission. Expand the scope itself for expand them. That now one. Ensure that manipulations reduce. Ensure that then call things by the name and do the right things. And for me, I don't tell you say, when I give people responsibility in a contract to decide with me, and you get for me that contract. Number one. Number two, the Auditor General in reports, not a thing we person they play with under my leadership. When the Auditor General reports and you get time for respond, people get for make sure then correct and wrong. So when the audit report come out, trust me, everybody they sit up because I need to take and joke. Number two, under that area, you get internal auditors now, all ministries, departments, and agencies. The report of them internal auditors and they not told to discuss in cabinet, not told to discuss in parliament, not told to discuss with the public. You do all of this for ensure that you reduce corruption. You know, one thing the way I want to talk about, and I'm sure you will agree with me, given your experience now. In this country and in many places, people know they touch government money. Then people they pay through electronic means. So when you pay tax through electronic means, that means it reduce people then contact with money. Therefore, it stifle the opportunity for let people be corrupt. So the systems where they put in place, we digitize, the processes where they put in place, the measures where they put in place if people go wrong, to a very large extent, it will reduce corruption in the country. The other thing I will talk about is living by example. Me as head of state will try for live by example. Now make they say, when I want lead, I want for become an exemplary leader, a leader of good example. When that happens, it will go a long way for ensure that the corruption environment is managed, and to a very large extent, year on year, corruption will reduce and it will become one of the attractive countries for make people come and do business. Because don't forget, it is not just creating the enabling environment. It is not just saying, okay, Kaifala Marah want for put 1,000 megawatt of energy for ensure that people able can then invest. Not that, but you being the right leader, you putting the right systems in place, you ensuring that audit report, internal audit report, procurement systems and go right, and you know they fiddle with them and ensure that things go the way them for go. Trust me, corruption will go down. Thank you.
Okay, I want to ask this question. If at all you go consider, we see now the country a painful corruption act take place. The then clerk of parliament, when a parent it is not an allegation they make against him. The ACC found him guilty for employ in wealth and some people illegally, and it be the paying wealth 1,500 or more. And when they found him guilty, then just say waiting. I mean, then just pull us and like joke, like fun. You go consider at any time, because what you talk the laws in day, they are laws in day, but we really want you go consider death penalty pan severe pan public officials where like lots of people with then kind caliber. There's any way go consider death penalty if they catch you pan corruption as a deterrent, just like what did happen at China and other places there, North Korea.
You know, first a baby is born and then it cries. When they introduce policies, when something don't become endemic of corruption in a country, you take and leaf after leaf. You take one, you do well. How you go about and chief? You get laws them, you get rules, you get regs in your country. You as head of state, they make sure that then laws and they work, because you are the custodian of the law of the country, they work. You put all NTR I don't talk about in place, it will reduce corruption. You know what I tell you? One of the biggest deterrents. Now the reality that if I do this, I'm not going to go scot-free. The law they and the leadership they make sure the law for them by me. That are the biggest deterrent. You're not going to go to the extent for go for death penalty. No, you don't need for go.
Political will.
At the camp, political will. Listen, you get countries in the world where they not get death penalty for corruption. But trust me, corruption issues very, very low. Corruption incidents low at them countries and they. You get for make you lost them work. You know why they say this Komon-Tok? Because you don't lose faith in politicians. You don't lose faith in systems and processes. So understand why they say so. But you know, get some small faith and confidence in Marah. Take a look at my track record. Like I tell you, President Komon just grab. He make me governor of the central bank. He make me minister of finance. He make me minister of foreign affairs and chief of staff. Now because he knows say me na person way to a very large extent to go by what in the law say, me na performance driven person and I go by competence. I give one example. In all the offices I work, you can talk to people 645 million day in my office every day. And that they change the work culture. By 8 o'clock, I don't clear my desk. I dey track everything. So when you a leader and you know say corruption rift in my country, you want let investors come. You want let the international community trust you. You want make sure you people get opportunity for travel to other countries on holiday and anything that not restricts them. You get for make sure you do the right thing. But first things first. So now then how would they do? We not reach that point for say death penalty. No, you not reach that point. But the systems and processes, and you being the leader, the exemplary thing you do, they go a long way for discourage people for do certain things. And I want to tell you, say, when I'm head of state, that is how I will go and say I will go become one of the attractive places for make people can do business and come on holiday. That's how I show you.
Yeah, that's fine, because when you look at waiting corruption did lead in terms of the people where they die. I mean, look, we health sector, but anyway, Lord just left down there. Of course, you don't answer, say, you know, consider, you will just make sure, say, you robustly put your policies in place and the political will you go support her. The question where we go and pay attention, yeah, the ECSL. The ECSL now a body where be cause a lot of problem for the country as a whole in 2023. And of course, I'm super happy at least you be the inside, insider. Now, the ECSL allegation or clear evidence for say they're not able to produce the past election. And this same body is intact, except where we understand as say Mohammed Kone in Tam Dondon is saying no once again. And there is a talk where they go around. The person where they succeed potentially, in fact, right now they don't make an acting when I Edmond Sylvester. We get her on record, a leak video, we get on record before the election they take place, what they do, and I happen. We get on record anyway. People on this platform not only seen many times. Do you get assuming you get a flag bearer, you become you become the presidential candidate. You get any faith in the ECSL, the current ECSL? Where do the 2023 election?
You know, they get faith in institutions. You respond to institutions and the systems so now they put in place, and they make institutions fall in line and do what they do. If me that flag bearer, I don't say this every day. They cross ECSL in mind for do anything wrong. It's not possible. You get for be effective and efficient. You get for think well ahead of ECSL. I'm not going to tell you exactly what they do. But trust me, if me a candidate, me, Kaifala Marah, I don't know an Afalaba, sorry, na Kwenadu, we'll get district council election, the whole district vote. Me your result are collated before ECSL. So if me a candidate, they happen. And I want to tell you certain things. The implementation of the tripartite committee recommendations, nothing where government not get for take play. We as a party don't take a position on that. In fact, next week, I understand another term, but I understand say then get forget a national conversation or party leadership conversation on the implementation of the tripartite committee recommendations, including how government is dragging feet. Another woko, let's tell you this. President Bio don't do 2 terms, not in the run again. And thank God in a chair of ECOWAS, they get for do the right things. That's not possible. From everything we get for do with implementing the tripartite committee recommendations to ensuring that ECSL put the right things in place has to happen. So I just want to let you know this,
And if it don't happen,
from what you don't hear about me so far, will tell you this. Me, a simple person. I look low on no one. I work with everybody, approachable, common and simple person. I speak soft. But trust me, when it comes to issues of law, when it comes to issues of doing things the way them for do them, you need to twist me among. You get for doing the right way. There are certain things where compromise a country know they go before. So ECSL for know that, government self for know that. For say waiting them in do before, they happen. Kaifala Marah, they happen, they cross pause in mind. In fact, when it comes to election strategy, me already get them. How they go about them. I know they joke with that. Because I want win. And not just winning, now for save this country. I mean, you get people and where they not even pay them on time. The country bad. Things so they go well. We they in bad debt. Government they lie. They know they implement things how them for implement them. And continue for make that continue. It's not possible. That is not Marah. Check my track record.
So go ahead.
If I'm flag bearer, no, it's not possible. That not they happen. Everything we need for do as we recommend has to happen that way.
If it not happen,
that is why we get moral guarantors. We get moral guarantors. I recall when they conclude the National Unity Agreement. That was one of the key things we push for. We need moral guarantors. The moral guarantors come out from the UN, then come out from AU, then come out from ECOWAS, then come out from the Commonwealth. So first and foremost, now for put them to then say, this is what is happening. They go reach a point where go say, no, but I will not move from here. We know they come out go under again.
So you trust you trust the institution, the ECOWAS, the AU, you trust them.
And I don't always tell you, say, when it comes to the NTNA talk about trust, and they tell you the second time. waiting for happen. You get for engage the institutions. You get for make them know waiting at the issues. You get for make them come and listen. When you do that, and they know who's now, and they know say the point where they make it right, and you get evidence for say government on the drag and feet. In fact, the way they implement the recommendations is skewed, and then you take a position. Why would they not respect it? I haven't seen that anywhere.
Okay.
And that has to happen.
Now, you with ECSL, where we get doubt over, a lot of people and get doubt over. You say it's not about trusting the institution; it's about putting system in place. So yes. you want to believe, let just take your word like that. But I want to put one short, because this don't they go on social media for quite some time, and fortunately they are today. Now we just take you into history quickly. I think now 1 minute. We can.
It's okay.
ECOWAS, the African Union, and the National Peace Commission have been come for mediate the dialogue between the APC and government. That dialogue will be end with an agreement to all refer to as the Agreement for National Unity. That Agreement for National Unity get 8 resolutions. But I wonder we all now know that we, the Tripartite Committee, responsible for Resolution 3 alone. Waiting now this Resolution 3. 1, now for review the 2023 elections, where the APC not really pleased with. And 2, for me, we'll take a look at previous elections. In the process, we'll get for a look at the contentious issues, so that tomorrow, the future elections will be free, will be fair, will be credible, will be transparent. And I talk to the bloggers that we can grab no more than right or say anything, make them stop. If we stop for talk about rerun and no rerun, at the end of the day, we will arrive at something we will make work move forward. Make we wait and allow the committee for doing work, make patience and review.
Okay, now with this, a lot of people interpret, allow interpreter for you. There is a famous quote where you say, let people not preempt. There was an issue of rerun, no rerun, election, no election. Of course, you get your words in clear now. And we see how it come on now, and people are all on to electoral justice. And people say, you don't already know, say, nothing longer for come up by the electoral empire, that tripartite national unity agreements, but you still give people a hope, say, not preempt, which, I mean, raise tempo on social media, and nowadays, people and say, oh, I mean, like you say, you track record, people and say, oh, now Dr. Marah don't talk, I say, oh, no preempt, which means something that happened. Clarify this to people, Emma. So if you don't know, all along say nothing not good for commodity, why you not be straightforward, tell the people and say, look, this nothing not good for commodity, instead of you say, not preempt. People and look like say, you raise their hope, but at the end of the day, we can't see the tripartite up till now. We'll not see no breakthrough on the electoral, the tripartite moving forward. And we get a section where they talk about up till now electoral justice.
Okay. Thank you so much for showing that video. And a good way to show them, because it draw people's attention and it make everybody go back, refresh people their mind, including me, Wesido, and you. I want to take you back a bit. Like I've been saying, Resolution 3 in our responsibility. We start the process. We go. And note say, we get 70, we get about 80 recommendations. In these 80 recommendations, we agree that the next phase of reforms therefore take place in a manner we will help we forget free, fair, and credible elections. And I want to let you know this. When we start this work for say, we need forget the results for the 2023 elections. And when we ask, they not produce them. And what we do, we walk away. We therefore walk away because it's contrary to our expectations. We come to the leadership of the party, Big Brother Samura and the rest of the leadership, we report to them. They say, okay, una can go into the conversations and left the result business for us, and I will come to run later. The following day we'll go, we still ask for results. We walk away the second time. Because we believe without results, no way, no day the tripartite committee work will go on. Because we need the result. Now, they the issue. So, for over a week, nothing not happened. Then the international community come in and say, look, if this standoff day, future elections not will be good. If this standoff day, the country's law and order go broke in the country, when I come back to the table. But for address this, if I make both parties do their own standalone recommendations, standalone report on the result of the elections. So we talk with the leadership say, okay. And mind you, that one day we show now joint press conference between we and government. After that, me and my team members been they brief the party leadership as well as the general membership on a regular basis. So we tell the party members and say, we no go for preempt because we work now for ask for results. Now, what if the results come out? So if you say, okay, we'll go for get rerun or not go for get rerun, you beat the gun, then you not get the result, it don't make sense. So you get for say, okay, let's focus on the key thing. Let results come out. When the results come out, they will know whether we'll get rerun or not get rerun. You don't talk about rerun, you not get result. You understand? So that was the position. Law no preempt, law no allow say we'll get rerun. So if we get for get rerun, how we'll get this rerun where the result not come out? They no go talk say we no get rerun because you don't see the result yet. So the best possible thing you could do and for say, okay, let's wait for the results. When the results come, they will know whether we'll get rerun or not. That was the position. Now, at the end of the day, we agree that we will produce the report there. We can't get issues on the result, Once result not come on, we and we team say, okay, what thing we'll get for do? Now for make we'll get recount. Make we'll get recount because if the international community, the American ambassador in person, don't talk once, they don't talk twice, they don't go 3 times, including the lady where they represent the US na the Security Council, for say this what they do, not about rerun, not about reforms. Then we as a team get for circumvent that and tell them say no, we don't ask for rerun. Because if we ask for rerun, would they ask una for bring people? Would they ask una for get ballot boxes? Would they ask una for spend everything again? But we sure that from the RRS we get the result reconciliation forms we get, that we candidate do well. So would they save una of that hassle? Low do we recount? In fact, this gives una the opportunity for test the authenticity of the result, the forms then what we get. Period. So let the Americans then say, we'll not get forget rerun. Fine. I'm sure you listen to that. Not once, not twice, not 3 times. The American ambassador say so. Say this not about rerun, not the pandis. Now just reforms. Okay, in don't say so. We say no. Law do we recount. At the end of the day, when we conclude the report, the team agree, leadership agree with Big Brother Samura sitting, especially coming from him for saying, no, you know what, law go for rerun. Law left this recount.
Okay, just forget things clear.
No, wait, this is very important.
No, you're very back and forth. No. I calm, dog to dog. No, I give chance.
No, sorry.
Please. No, the reason you did that, a lot, when you go this show, when you go now, we get this.
No, wait.
Okay, I go note this one.
If I not conclude, then you're not being fair.
Okay, continue.
Listen, you're not being fair if I not conclude.
Go ahead.
say, okay, now rerun. Well, if now rerun the party they go on, that's fine. So the party leadership, including Big Brother Samura and the team, all vote for rerun. Now NAC meeting. You dey listen? Then
Loud
now
and
we all
clear.
standalone report. So do that report. The whole NAC vote for rerun. When NAC don't vote for rerun, I insist, including my team members, say, una not don't just vote for rerun in we own standalone report, but we want let the leadership sign. The chairman, the deputy chairman, the secretary general, Dr. Samura Kamara, and Chief Cherry Koko, they all 5 signed on that document. That was the document we presented. That was why, and this time me waiting, so I want to listen to this. That was why, at the end of the day, Big Brother Samura get the confidence for take that report and Kerango State House and sign, and Chief Minister sign, and make a statement at State House and present it to the president. After that, in his subsequent engagement on media, he commend me and my team members for the wonderful job we do. So I want to tell you, say, we did an awesome job because we not only walk out once, not only walk out twice, but when it comes to that salient issue, we not move ground at all, we not move until the party and the government agree, say, Lord, do stand-alone report. And when we don't do stand-alone report, waiting the party one now we agree upon. That was why Big Brother Samura signed. That was why I presented the report.
Okay, thank you, because again, people are hungry so much for a from you regarding that. Now, when you say it's signed, so Dr. Samura signed, una no sign for that report?
No, what we do at the end of the day, hold on the whole tripartite report. The main body of the report, the government get their own report. We self get this we own report when I addendum to the main report. Now, this full document, government own report, we own report, including USA will all agree, the joint agreement them. Now we all put together and submit them. But we all not go sign. Now, not forget, say, David Schenger on the part of government, now the lead negotiator for government, Dr. Samura Kamara, Big Brother, now the lead negotiator for the APC. Now they all two go sign that agreement on behalf of the APC and on behalf of government, made their statement and submitted it to the president.
Okay. Now, this follow just ended, just two. You just mentioned what Naya say, Una did an awesome job. This now you qualify yourself. Well, majority of Sierra Leonean, what them they look for, they not get it at all. For them, they get it out, then go anger, then go find other adjective. But we reward after that electoral justice. Is there any way you support the idea for electoral justice where the champion by Samura, even though tripartite don't conclude? Because of course you follow, you know which are the talk. Is there any way you support electoral justice, or what in you stand when it comes to her?
You know, we been don't agree as a party, not for going to court. You don't listen to me, not for going to court. Because the party then believes, say, if we go to court, we'll not get justice. So we decide, under the advice of Dr. Samura Kamara, for go for national unity agreement. That was the advice and position it took. We go there. We come to tripartite. We make recommendations. The recommendations say we forget rerun. You don't understand? That was what we made and we submit them. Now, if Dr. Samura and the team then ask for electoral justice, the questions we may go ask are simple. Are we going back to the courts? How will we get this justice? Because we ask for justice, now court they go. Which court we will go? So me want for see how that will pan out. I really get interest for see how that will go. You know, in the politics so we do, you get for be careful which comments they make, how they approach people, then your own views and then your own beliefs. But if they say that electoral justice, then they go for. Me honestly want for see how we go about that electoral justice. Because we don't in the first place say, we no go na court, we no trust the court system. And when you talk of justice, the only way you get justice now for go na court. Now the court will get jurisdiction over these elections. Now the court will been done say in the first place say, we no go to. So yes, you get two schools of thought. Some people say, no, election no go end, so forget justice. This thing will not go for let and go so. We'll forget something, then thief election. Others, they say, well, we don't agree on this. We don't say we need rerun. If rerun no day, what else we go do? So there is a split on that. For me, I will say this. It's high time for make Doc and in team sit down and ask, well, how we achieve this electoral justice outside the legal system who been done in the first place say we not go to. I hope you get me. That is very important. Let's go over this. If we had said in the first place that we're not going to court because we not trust the court, and at that lead we forgot to Bintu money. They don't go Bintu money, we don't go National Unity Agreement. We don't go tripartite committee. We don't do the work of the committee. We don't get a lot of resolutions where would they try now for implement for law we go. That is fine. So if the team now say, okay, no, we still want electoral justice, the question is, how do we get this electoral justice? I don't talk to a few people that say, you know what, me no categorically they tell when I say when I no go for electoral justice. Because if you feel aggrieved, you get for fair way for expressor. But now help me now understand how we get this electoral justice. I know we name the names now, but I don't get conversation with many of them on this. We are a party. We're at a crossroad. The SLPP, as we they talk, they don't do the lower level elections. Then 2 days, they don't get the new national executives. We know that to registration, it will get few more days for that registration. We get for start to lower level elections. We done them. In the midst of all of this, we still get entangled with electoral justice or moving forward. You know what thing? We not get for be toxic in politics. We get for face reality and talk to ourselves as individuals. There are certain moves we don't make, engage certain individuals for say, let's have an understanding. If we say electoral justice, how we get this electoral justice? When we don't in the first place say we are not going to court. So we circumvent all of that, left the court. We say we don't believe the court system. Come on. We say we go to National Unity Agreement. We follow Big Brother Samura, go for National Unity Agreement. Then set up the tripartite committee. We all go through that tripartite. We don't. We make recommendations. So now, if we go now for electoral justice, how will we get this justice? Now, for just talk about them, now for go na court. We submit a report July last year. To date, I think now 13 months, if I'm not wrong. 13 months or 14 months. I'm not going to wait. Now submit the report. So when do we get this justice? How do we get this justice? Through which model we'll get this justice is what I would like to be informed. And I say this in a very calm and quiet way, talking to people.
Yeah, and I like when you break and down for me. So basically, if anybody convince you clearly, I'll forgo about series and you go join the electoral justice fight. If you're convinced somebody presents for you, like what they call the roadmap of clearly, and you ban and you go support.
That one they go beyond Kaifala Marah. It has to do with the party. Whatever them present to the party, not forget say this party want leadership, this party want power, we want power. And Usa they so it no matter who that lead. We don't demonstrate them twice. They not give me once, they not give me twice. Still support the party. At the end of the day, what's good for the party now they go for. If them present them, the party get rational people. That is why we have leaders. Okay. We all sit down around the table. Then at the end of the day, we will make informed decision. That is why I'm asking that the question of electoral justice, me not particularly averse, but let us know how they get this justice. Is it through the court that we had said no, we will not go to? Which court get jurisdiction over this electoral justice? I think for be fair to ourselves, we'll get for ask them question. But like I say, when and if they come forward and say, this is how we're gonna achieve it, I think it will help you all. So Lono just continue for procrastinating. Lono continue for go this way. If I make we reach a point to draw the line as a party, for come together as a family and say, this is how we want to go about it, or this is what we meant by this. I think it will serve all interest. Okay. Thank you.
So thank you very much. And the last question, and in fact, this is not a question, I comment. Of course, you all a pamphlet there. Time no good day, but I want to do justice to your hard work with Putianda. You get the platform. You get at least key 5A way we able name for winner. How then they actually get to translate into benefits. You get the platform. You get maybe 5-10 minutes up to that by the book.
Okay. I just want to talk about putting people first. For move a country as we did, we get fundamental issues that we'll get for grapple with. We'll get water, we'll get land, we'll get everything, we'll get mineral resources. But 60-something years into independence, we'll not achieve much, except under the leadership of President Koma, we are gladly served under. That was where I saw progress. Now, for take this country forward, there are certain things we'll get for take into consideration, and I call them a social reform agenda. My social reform agenda clearly explain my mentality and where they come from. Few things and they will get forget right. Number one, we'll get for go down the path of strong performance management. When we agree on something, we get for deliver, and make Kaifala Marah get for lead by example. That's number one. And I tell Sierra Leoneans and party members who they listen now, did Kaifala Marah sleep anytime? No. So that's number one. Number two, certain things and they will get for address now society. The mindset of the Sierra Leonean. We pray as a country. We pray. Every church, every mosque, every week they pray for our country. But ask yourself, for 60 plus years, we never move much. Maybe now God know the answer our prayers, or not the right things we not do. Because honestly, God endow we with intelligence, just like any other nation or people in the world. You get some countries who don't believe God much, but then they do research, then they move forward. And we pray so hard we know they move forward. So trust me, we'll get for change our mentality. So now all that
attitude and change.
Now at the come.
2.0. Attitude and change 2.0. Yeah.
President Kabase says Salomon get bad heart.
Yeah.
Not to say.
Yeah. Remember
and
that.
it's dramatic, and from there it's okay for address this now attitudinal and behavioral change. You as leader therefore leave that example. That is what we're gonna do. And I tell you, a few of the things that will come for make we go before. We'll get clear timelines on malaria. How we'll address malaria? How we'll eliminate typhoid? These are commitments to all they make as a people. When we'll get toilet for all, because our hygiene systems very, very poor. But you don't go salon plenty time. Look at who graveyard them. That is why I always tell Tumac, thank you. Tumac do well.
If I not go plenty time, we'll not go. That's not go.
Yes.
So, but we not going to salon. So,
well, fine.
Are they long for go? But
okay, fine. So even with cemeteries, not winning. So if I'm a leader under that social reform agenda, we'll go for keep cleaner cities. We'll go for take care of graveyards. We'll go for ensure that to go for toilet for all. We go for ensure that certain things and we'll go for agree on. For example, number of accidents now we country per year is so high. So you will take care of the road safety authority. Therefore, agree with government how many accidents we will tolerate per year. And all the NTR they talk about therefore they online. That is why.
And of course, this one we for the plan. We for plan. This record with the records.
Yes, digital transformation get for take place so that we'll be able to track the performance of everybody. I don't just mention about ambassadors, how we go about that. Now, I want to come to certain sections of society. But before I do that, I want to just touch light on agriculture. We go for mega agriculture, and I call it the green economy. Under agriculture, we go for large-scale agriculture. We go for ensure that we nationalize some of the lands. We go for make sure that we come up with a special regime for agriculture, such that we'll be able to get very, very good harvest and export. Number two, under agriculture, we go for ensure that we create what we call a council of cash crop growers. We don't know whether they grow cash crop in our country.
Yeah,
if we bring them together, then it will
I think we don't go far by the time we accept otherwise because people can never call again and ask you question.
They will
send out the share for you.
Okay,
yes, go ahead. Yeah.
So I know we'll conclude this if I not talk about young people. I will not just talk about them. But to get forget what we refer to as the Young Entrepreneurs Fund. I'd establish them. I do so I've been there as governor of the central bank. Young Entrepreneurs Fund, a fund where they put for young people who want to do business, then get skills, then get the know-how. But they don't get preferential facility where they go able to use. So that particular facility, that will help young people for become young millionaires. We get for do that. We also get for roll out to skills development fund. We not get the kind of skills that we will help the country for move forward. What we will do now for ensure that to put this resource together, and I've been not put them together as Minister of Finance, for train plenty young people in specific areas in the economy so that they'll be able to contribute to the development of the country. About the women then, we establish what they call National Women Bank. Plenty women in our communities today, they run away because of the high interest rate on microfinance and they take. Me don't pilot a project na Kwenadugu and elsewhere work called Musubanki, that na Woman Bank. The interest rate na 5%. The default rate is very low. If we establish that National Woman Bank and good number of women then where they help across communities, they get access to that credit and the interest rate do low, and then continue for be faithful to the bank, then in the beginning get shares in the bank. So whilst in Rwanda, then they give one cow to one family, we they create this opportunity for women them such that they go it itself. I will do the same for the disabled, for the aged. And across the public sector, every police, every military, every teacher, every nurse, everybody know that when I was Minister of Finance, trust me, I promise you we'll pay living wage. We increase salaries, we'll pay the highest minimum wage. And if I'm president, trust me, we'll continue for bill on that for ensure that we're able to pay minimum wage. I will roll out one of my first program now for ensure that we'll go for 1,000 megawatts of energy we've been they talk about. When it comes to education, we'll go back and recalibrate education. The education we talk about, we know say young people but we get plenty to what they do. Will they begin link with human resource to natural resources? I give you an example. How many fisheries experts you know? How many hydraulic engineers you know? So they begin train people and young people for link with human resource to natural resources. Through they overhaul the whole education environment for ensure that it fit for purpose, for able to support the country going forward. So when it comes to foreign policy, I don't make a nonsense. My foreign policy now pro-investment. Not to the old St. James diplomacy. We've gone past that. So waiting I want for do, now for hit the ground running, for ensure that when I become president, we'll clean up, we'll decongest the fiscal system, we'll ensure that to stabilize the economy, we go back on debt, we'll come up with responsible financial management system, we up revenue, that we ensure that all the sectors are begin work, and then win the respect of the international community and gain the respect of investors so that then we'll get confidence for come back in our country. And I lead by example.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. So, Fambul, Naya, we tap the conversation. This basically a more or less conversation, don't just know. And I hope say maybe in future we go get deeper, and look deeper into some of those things in Padabukle. All right. So, Fambul, let's take 1 minute, 2 minutes break. We'll see a lot of messages that don't kind sign. And of course, we will come up on the line for let's say we take few calls and we will definitely make sure see when I get response to that. They can't just now, just 2 minutes.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. This now Komon-Tok, in case you don't know. Oh, yeah. We pledge with love and loyalty to his sweet, sweet mamas alone. Now we all come together as one for tomorrow. Now we go make salon. Anytime where you day, anytime where you go, anything you they do, it no matter. Oh yeah, it no matter. Now we for turn up Tanga one inside Sierra Leone, like one big family, cause no place like home. In case you don't know, this now Komon-Tok, where they bring information about salon. In case you don't know, this now Komon-Tok, where they bring information about salon. For education, entertainment, political affairs, tune in Komon-Tok. For education, entertainment, political affairs, tune in Komon-Tok.
Oh, okay. They can now.
Yes, so Fambul, we don't kind of the other side of the program. We now you turn for talk. I think we don't get the first caller. Yes, caller outside they call from.
Good evening, Mr. Komon-Tok. Good evening, Dr. Marah.
Yeah, we make our 1 minute because the line choke right now. 1 minute, please.
Dr. Marah, I do my brother. I will come on one section, but better than the. I want to ask Mr. Marah. Mr. Marah, if APC give the flag bearer and if fortunate for be the president, what thing are you take about the city? Because you only see the city now, accidents, people then they die go by flooding, and then Boku other thing, and the young man they die by kush, by this, by that. Who's advice you go give the people there? If in a new city they go make let people then go there, or if in the city they decongest, no, not that than one. What thing that you measure for today around 7 river na Sierra Leone, but still will not drink better water. What you will count follow you get better water and light. And I'm your contribution. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, we'll take another voice. Yeah, Jubila from New Jersey.
Komon-Tok, good evening. This is Jubila from New Jersey. Dr. Marah, good evening. Let God bless you. Quickly, we don't see how this man would have passed from Malabio from 1992, where shown the political limelight as alone. It don't cause a lot of destruction. On a countless destruction, we will not go for name here. So this last minute, they bring a man called Mal Sheriff from that country. They will not kill innocent people. What thing I don't do in that country, I don't contribute for what him they do because in a remain silence, in a appear for be weaklings, they can see that the country. Now it's not about your policy where you get, which is very good. I respect your education. I expect to see don't do. But from Manescoma to now, to anybody where they don't the APC that the leadership in all week, what you will do right now as I talk so beginning from today, for able to tell this man and try to stop this man if you be the flag bearer, let him not repeat all the rigging and killing of innocent Sierra Leone in that country. What you will do as a leader, whose bravery will you get for tackle Malabi, let him not repeat all what you don't do since 1992. I'm your own question.
Thank you very much. Tando. We'll take another call again. Yes. Okay, we missed this one. Okay, we missed this one. Lotus. Okay, Abdul, sorry, you look like say the line. Yes, sorry, the line the jam. Yes, Abdul from the US, you get the platform. Just a moment. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, if we not be advisor to Dr. Marah, I be advisor like not I mean, the articulating points them well. The only concern I get about it.
Well, Abdul, you look like say they're far. Will not they get you clear?
That will be the time, but they say I'm going to be still not get me.
Okay, go ahead. Will they manage?
I say if maybe the advice Dr. Marah, I mean for advice alone not take parts at the parties. The articulating points are very, very good. But the world you really get it.
No, it's a you know for take part by the tripartite. Not so if I get you, yes. Abdul, if they ask because okay.
Then if the chief election I had, I not get staff bits they say we will recover. I want to make it convinced. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, to take another call from this other line. Yes, call outside the call from.
Hi, good evening from your end, and the call from New York.
Okay, you get 1 minute. Question, comment, 1 minute.
Yeah, thank you so very much for Dr. Marah. I mean, for the statement. I mean, I huge fan of the and also a big opponent of public health. Hello?
Yes, CD Live, go ahead. You get 1 minute.
Yeah, so like I said earlier, I mean, I'm a big proponent of public health, and public health is also the to national security. Hearing with all the good plans and we Dr. Marah don't highlight, if you not get a human resource for able for actual agent, will get problem with them. And currently, me is like I'm interested in public community health, and I've been on the work and for make sure we get a good public community health system. So I ask Dr. Marah, how it would be on the public community health sector for ensuring we get the human capacity alone can be in a very good health.
Okay, thank you very much, my brother. 1 minute. We have back another person. Thank you. Yes, call out who they call from.
Hello, good evening. And I call from the UK.
Okay, you get 1 minute. You get the platform.
Thank you. Good evening, Mr. Marah. First of all, I want to say thank you very much for your honesty in terms of speaking about what actually happened in the tripartite. But I think there is one particular section that I think a lot of people have been neglecting in Sierra Leone, which has a great potential. And one of that section there is the tourism. I think if you look at the UK, for argument's sake, we have thousands of UK people who leave this country to go and find the sun. They'll leave there and go for 7 days. They'll go for 5 days. But the revenue that they take with them that they deposit in those countries is a lot of revenue. And for years and years, every single government that have come and passed, I have not seen one particular government that have taken the plunge and said, you know what, let's invest a huge amount of money in our tourism. Let's invest in the infrastructure that will build our tourism, and then we could use.
Okay, my brother, thank you very much. We had another call, but I really appreciate your question. Brilliant one. Thank you. We'll take another voice. Okay, we don't miss this one. Yes, call outside the call from.
Yes, Mr. Komon-Tok, this is Dubai caller.
Yeah, Dubai caller, welcome to the program. You get the platform.
Yes, first of all, I'm happy that Dr. Marah can have the platform. I believe now one of the best candidates for APC. Me, I believe. And if at all, I go vote for APC, and possibly I go vote for, because I believe in. I've been disappointed during the tripartite, but I understand. That's why you can't talk, say, let it not preempt. Because everybody been fully aware and know say there will be no rerun. But because of the supporters, the mamikos and the rudeness, so most politicians decide for just put them at bay and drag and say this way. But I know say privately, if I almost discuss and say, but tell them the truth. Because somebody honest is the champion now, honest and a gentleman. And secondly, how you feel with all the position the way Anna's been thrust down. And it totally fit. But he decided to go to Samora twice. Anna's personally pushed the agenda. And not still bitter. I see the talk, but Anna's give me the opportunity, which means he's still loyal. He thinks in a ploy for Anna's support and come, or you not being feel disappointed at all for embossment. With all them things that we do in a fine job and disappointed like that. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, will they take 5 more? No, don't we tap? Just 5 more. Yes, call outside the call from.
Hello?
Yeah, outside the call from.
Yeah, Mr. Citizen will call from the United States.
Okay,
So I got a quick question for Dr. Marah.
Okay, go ahead.
And somebody I got my speech, I believe in a very nice person. I possibly will become a good point. But I want to ask a question. How you will be able to cut corruption when I get appointed the anti-corruption commission? How the anti-corruption commission will be only accountable for any corrupt acts? So that making baffles me. Like if you don't appoint somebody as an anti-corruption commission, how you able only accountable for it and find you wanting corruption? So the question they just happened as of right now. I believe saying most of the anti-corruption commission there and the person they appointed. So how you be able to stop that? How you be able to give and trust into the anti-corruption for all the people them who they do corruption and they got the with or without you a president who able all the I will come to us that for the at least corruption will be free in the country.
Okay, I go answer you. Yeah, so they take after this, so they take 4 more, then we wrap up the program. Yes, Constance Sierra Leone, you get the platform, you get 1 minute.
Yeah, this is Constance Sierra Leone, they call from the US. Thank you so much for the good opening, brother.
Thank you.
You know, may I just want to ask Dr. Marah, waiting they don't do, because we all know, say, when it comes to election, we get a time limit for political party challenging the results, you know, when they feel aggrieved, you know, and we not get a time limit for the Electoral Commissioner after we don't call result for publish the disaggregated results. We don't get time limit on that. And if it happen again, then go whosoever, whether not corner or whosoever, will still continue for do say the constitution not permit her for announce that. Waiting a doctor will do that now one. Then why make doctors the silence about this drug lord now we country? Because that one thing are one of the things with them for Google Stella, you know, for able for all the people accountable. And one day in the country, I know one day the APC, you know, officially come publicly and condemn this man is still one of that country. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you very much. All right, so take this one after 3 more. Don't wrap up. Yes, call outside the call from.
Yeah, I call from the Komon-Tok community.
Okay, you get 1 minute.
Yeah, me on question now for Dr. Kaifala Marah. I want to let you tell me, in a Minister of Finance, and he served now in government. Let you tell me what thing will make people entrust them again or make them flag bearer and president of Sierra Leone. And during the term, because of the corruption, the rampant corruption towards the end of the last term, they lost that election day. So let it be salon people them, you understand, immediately, waiting them do for stop corruption. Then go recycle the one that we did at APC, with a thief, again, for bringing them come back in a power, put in a position. The second question, question we get for doing.
Now 1 minute, boy, 1 minute on boy. Wash up in a quick one if
yes.
you drop.
The second question is something we get for doing the tripartite. One of the things they want still get, you know, against really grievance against APC. Political prisoners who they captured during their strike.
Okay, all right.
One of the things they're not able to release them.
Okay, thank you very much. We will definitely look into them. All right. Okay, will it take 3 more and then will it take 3 more and then we wrap up? I don't say the line odds. Family when I be with dear. I don't say people really want get their new message out, but when I give you some time, they try for make an it's entirely up to I don't want the people now, but if Doc want spare time, that's fine. If you want spare time, if he agree to that, that's fine. We there.
Yeah, already.
Yeah,
already.
Yeah, at the time for put you on, but the line they jam. You they get me?
Yes, I get you.
All right, you get the platform.
Yes. Well, thank you, Mr. Dr. Marah, for way kind of this program. And we believe say we will get through with it, we will get a good support. But I make pay attention on innovation. Innovation in the being good healthcare, innovation in the being good economy, innovation they make security, innovation they make people per capita they have. Inside in America, it takes 10 people do it. They change the one structure of the federal government. So pay attention on innovation. Secondly, if you're not Samoa, and in the future, this will happen to Samoa, what you could do related to election? We really get for giving the confidence. If this thing will occur again, what you could do? That's my main question. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Now just ask you if, because honestly, like we don't mind for day by another hour, but for you, it's entirely up to you if you will make a decision, because the line is really hot. Is it okay for we close the line now, or you go entertain 5 more calls?
Yeah, I think what you will do, log go over this and then entertain more calls. So no go lost track. Already.
Okay, so Fambul, it look like say we get the chance today now. Yeah? It say we go over now and we come back to now. So we just hang on the calls them. We get a chance he explain, he answered some of those calls them. Go ahead.
Yeah, the first caller talk about what I go do on the city. For me, I don't make mention to now for say I go for cleaner cities. We'll get for clean streets. We'll get for make sure that we live in a healthy environment. That now one. The APC being get a plan for expand the city towards Mamama. That now one thing we go do for decongest Freetown and ensure that we uphold with green belt. Excuse me, what we get. The current government not seem for respect that. People just they build fitty fatter, then they build na waterways all, then they deplete the forest them, and it not seem for function. So I therefore go down hard on that, but ensure that we expand the city towards Mamama area and even review the possibility of having that particular airport open they talk about. So that is it. And I like the question the person asks about water. In my vision statement, again, I will waive them. One of the commitment they'll get now water for all. Water for all now commitment where we get for make as a country, as a people, and give ourselves a timeline. And that is why we get for call on all water experts when as Sierra Leoneans. And I don't make mention of this earlier, but they take the opportunity now for make mention of them. That they launch my mobile app soon. I not even wait for conventions. Anything we will begin make a country move forward at the beginning one. So the launch of mobile app for elicit support from Sierra Leoneans all over the world, including una way they listen. So for sign up, which skill set una get, which part of the world una dey. So when we come into governance, we go know the skills where people get na the diaspora and elsewhere. So it go very easy for draw on them. Water is life. Water now one of the frontline initiatives where I believe so will take forward. Because it not make sense for get water. Rain they come, people they flood, they kill people, but not get clean drinking water. So we'll get for set we serve that timeline. Water is health and health is water. So we'll do that. Jibrilan and New Jersey talk about BO in destruction and waiting to happen about Umar Sharif. I don't tell una, not to boku noise. Boku noise not to in a leadership. Not decision making. And trust me, like I've been telling una during a conversation, when I'm president, I get me briefing and I know exactly who Saudi I take the action. The confidence I will give una all is, when I go back to my budget speeches as Minister of Finance, and when I did as Governor of Central Bank, including Chief of Staff at State House, did I stumble anytime? Waiting they were being said, we go do, we'll fail on. So let some trust and confidence say in this person where they engage una. For say, me a committed person, me a focused person, and if I say I they do this, we they do them for the good of we all. The other example I want for you is BO and in government don't they go wrong. I've been Minister of Finance at the start day. That is why on the 10th of July, I take the government on. even advise President Bio for provide political will for ensure that fiscal rationalization take place and ensure that it cut in own travel, because it makes no sense. They help the country. Whether now as a result of my engagement with the public or a part of their own plan, but in 2 weeks, then come up with a supplementary budget. And I tell on our fellow Sierra Leoneans, by Monday, they come up with my response to that particular supplementary budget, because it now half measures, meet what we need for two.
Well, you talk about the travel where you mentioned, so my mother be the travel fast. He said they travel because when we don't mess up the country, the global, we name globally, so they go clean the image of the country. And you talk about one receipt na Japan self, when I go to our hotel na Japan, I mean the government, APC government, na go clear that debt too. So all this worker, the justification of that, when I don't do bad thing and they go cleaner.
I want to tell you something. Political statements are one thing, but whether they reflect the reality are quite another. I'm sure every Sierra Leonean, including you, will know the free town whether I don't tire out in travel. Lord, be careful. One day somebody go do analysis and tell President Bio how many weeks and months he spent on the air. It's not done. The country no go pour like this. They don't make a commitment for help the country. They just travel every now and then. And the repercussion, as I've been said that day, was when the president day away, plenty things get for wait until he return. Whether I get vice president or chief minister or chief of staff, certain things get for wait the attention of the president. It delays development, and trust me, it make discipline within the development environment and implementation environment they lag. Make sense. So I don't begin take them on, and going forward, I will continue for take them on all critical issues. That is the assurance I will give now. Now, they say somebody asked if they thief the elections from me. Kaifala Marah not to pursue the thief election from me, or where they take something from me, hide from or waiting self, not to me. And that is why I'm in this business. And that is why I've been patient. And that is why I've been compliant. And that is why I've been genuine. Plenty callers we called today. If you recall, the talk said, and trust me, Dr. Marah na honest person. It's difficult for let people in the public say this person honest if not politician. And they say so. And so I just want to tell when I say that in way ECSL do. Not to Kaifala Marah. Because I tell una, even section 37 of the constitution, the APC, for so they begin set up polling center executives. Nothing what I want to tell you, so not to Kaifala Marah no more. The leadership of the party don't already decide for do that. So a lot is happening for ensure that we stifle anything where ECSL will do for the private of winning. And not possible. Somebody talk from New York talk about public health. It get interest in public health and what we will do for bolster human resource. One of the first things we go do when it comes for bolster this, and I've been make mention of them, now for train people. That is why we get the skills development fund. You just been one for talk about number of people per doctor in the population.
Yeah.
Mr. President.
Yeah.
I get interested in that. I want to know how many skin doctors we get, how many dermatologists that way we get. Waiting to happen at them communities. There are districts in this country where we get less than two dentists. So we give to ensure that
and the statistics is staggering. Like for example, health work, the density 1.6 nurse to 1,000 inhabitants. You can imagine that, and hospital bed now like 0.27 per 1,000, and of course mental illness now 12% of the population, and of course when it comes to infant mortality rates. 6.7 per 1,000 baht. So huge. Anyway, I just bring and come back now because
that is it. The reason why I make reference to Rana because I respect what you've been saying, and that is our I'm a data-driven person. Whatever they do, I respect data. So these are the things we will sit down and ask ourselves, how do we build on the good things we've done? I tell you this. For win elections now one thing. But for get started and how go now quite another. You need that experience, you need that expertise, especially how deep a country done they in trouble. With that experience and background I get operating at the center of government, these are some of the things that we will address. I want to know how many nurses more we will train. Right now, you get people who don't train as nurses, they don't get PIN code. But then the wage bill they pile up because then they employ people in other areas who are not even productive. But you get health workers where you don't, where they not get PIN code. How do you address that? That is why I say you need to get some knowledge and some background in governance, especially how deeply we they in trouble for ensure that to take this country forward. So me go invest immensely in human resource, especially when it comes to areas where they deal with health and other areas where I believe to say that we country need for make we go before. So I just want to tell that young man, they say that will do. Somebody talk about tourism. You know, Komon-Tok, me to do things and I always serve as good example in a way. And this not totally what they brag about. But when me left the Commonwealth, I go back na Sierra Leone. One of the first things I do now for buy machines, equipment, and I do what government go do on my own. I rehabilitate roads more than 70 kilometers, do culvert and do bridges. For go hit the Bintumani peak. The project stall. If God help, we'll get the opportunity. President Nkrumah bin get the intent for push am. But then we left government, so it not happen. If I'm president, it begins there. Bintumani will always study geography in our primary or secondary schools, no say. Now the highest peak, not the part of the world.
Mm.
So if he open that, if he get access, the resources we go bring, the way we go turn tourism around, it will help we a lot. So these are some of the innovative things that they do in the tourism. So they get a holistic package for tourism. We now within the diaspora and not be make mention of this because of time. If people in the diaspora want to invest in tourism, that is why the special department will put together for tourism. It gives you the leeway for see how now go invest. You want to do condominium, you want to manage national parks, you want to go to Bintumani for do that. We now for establish, parks and other facilities around the lakes that we get in the country. Yes. So they take stock of the resources we get around tourism. I know we share out now everything where they happen, but very soon they engage the country again on the role as thing to say paramount chiefs then go play. And whilst they do that study, I'm doing the studies right now. Me believe in data. Some of the things that where they come out, I think they will go share out now. So tourism is key, and tourism belongs to the white economy. I get the green, I get the white, and I get the blue economy. So everything we get for do with innovation, and I want to answer the post we talk of innovation. Everything we do with innovation, everything we turn we country around, fall under the white economy. So the center of ideas we get for create, we get for ensure that we draw on our talent within the diaspora. On young people.
So now flag, how you comprise so inside green, white, and blue?
Yes, the green, white, and the blue economy na the sea.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get for turn around. We'll get forget companies. You know, let's share this with you. Go by Lungi. That airport will be get. This government don't just pack them. I tell God thank you for that. Because it is by the sea. So it get companies them for fisheries. We go package, process, and export. So they use that facility for that. But we'll get for turn around the blue economy for ensure that we up revenue. Revenue under fisheries been very high in there. Now it don't drop. So we get for pick them from that level. So the white economy get for do with a lot of innovation. Now the AI day, now the digitization day. Now, the idea of ensuring that we introduce Olympics, we introduce swimming, we introduce cycling, we introduce other things that will they tap into young people and talent for ensure that the country grow. Not to just BA, not to just BSc, but where young people and we go play basketball, we go do other things, we go bring a lot of resource to the country. All them why I fall under the white economy. So I want for just blending to them day. The man from Dubai say he think to say Marah honest, and he will be one of the best candidates for APC. I will vote for him. But he asked the question: Why he support Samura once, he support Samura twice? Now because he want make people na the APC will be there with Samura for make them support me? No. You know, I want to tell one of these listeners and viewers something the way they call integrity, something the way they call consistency, something the way they call standing for the right things. When you do that and that define you, they become an exemplary leader. So they expect me, political party where I don't build one party office for, I don't build a second party office. And mind you do use statistics. How many people in at the APC we don't invest that much? I know they go into that. But I have done all of that. I get faith in the APC. I believe say the APC they reach a point where then they say no reward now. He's been sincere, he's been consistent, and he's been with us through and through. I no give up, and I no go ever give up, because me want make a country change. So no note for that. I just want to continue for be the Kaifala Marah way I be, ensuring that I treat my party fairly and ensuring that I do the right thing across the board. I want for come to somebody say, my spirit take them, but they want to know how I will reduce corruption, especially if I made appoint the anti-corruption commission.
And the anti-corruption find you wanting.
I want to tell you one thing. When I'm president, I know that I appoint anti-corruption commissioner. Now, we'll get a team, a panel, where they seek for the right brains, then do their interviews, then they make their recommendations. They will make the pick. Not to Kaifala Marah. When I can keep this. And when I'm president, when I remind me first. So Komon-Tok, save it.
Noted.
Not just the ACC, but they clean up the judiciary. We return confidence in the judiciary. We ensure that we get competent judges. We ensure that when it at the camp,
go because you touched this side very, very sensitive, and I think where you mention, is it something back you will replicate with the ECSL that they appoint like a special body, they appoint just like what they do for the ACC?
The Sierra Leone know they read. If the Sierra Leone been they read, even for fine. The tripartite committee recommendation very clear. We make recommendations. I think now recommendation 30 something where we say the appointment of the ECSL boss, the commissioners of the ECSL, including the PPRC, and other governance offices in our country, not to the president they make the appointments. How they go about them? Would they get a team of 9 people drawn from all walks of life, then come together, now then they do job description, now then they advertise, now then they interview, then they rank the candidate and give the president the making appointment. I'll do the same for ACC. Now, when it comes to the judiciary, it don't they under state capture. They do well. So what thing we go do? If you really want to make sure your country do well, you get investors and get confidence in the economy, you get for respect to laws, you get for respect to contracts. And one of the ways you go about that, now forget a very sound and credible judiciary. That sound and credible judiciary then go attract investors for say we get confidence in that country because they respect their laws. Trust me, and I will say this. When judges or magistrates in the wrong case, it will be live, it will be recorded. So young people now university where they study law can draw on as a reference. Cases not for the drag. And will they compensate judges as well as magistrates by virtue of the work then they do. There will be no compromises. If we not do this, we country not go before. You compromise that you don't get away with it. Because when you not get a right, the other man come, you not go do the right thing. But let's draw a line and build on this and ensure that me, Kaifala Marah, not appoint ACC boss directly. There are many offices in the economy where not to Marah they do. When you do that, what thing they happen? The international community get respect for you. The international financial institutions get respect for you. The FDIs, the foreign direct investment or investors, they come to the country. because they know say the man is doing the right things. So now that we go do. Now, somebody say, how we will challenge the result this time round if made a day? I want to tell you this. Maybe flag bearer, the day at the address, my acceptance speech in that hall, they begin set out certain things where will be the rules of the game, the rules of engagement with ECSL and government going forward to elections. I know I'll talk much on that until we reach that bridge. Now, somebody say, make I tell them maybe don't be Minister of Finance and the APC government being corrupt. How I will do this for make people get confidence in me and in the APC. I pause a bit and just remind you now. I can pull crowd in any part of Sierra Leone. On Palm Sunday in April, the crowd will come on above of young people, not ever happen. I did the same in Kenema. I can do any sign at the country. The day I declared 2017, I shut Freetown down. Why people they resonate? Now because them believe say I stand for the right things. Plenty people now with government then been stand for the right things. The leadership of the APC get people who stand for the right things. You know, get a basket and say everything rot. No. You been get good people inside that party, inside that government. That is why people continue for trust me. That is why people continue for stand up. And you now witness, and everybody where they are this night, be witness to this. The comments, the sentiments who people they express about Kaifala Marah. Friends, citizens, Sierra Leoneans, let's tell on this. With all these years who don't lag behind, you need a leader who people go trust. Where they make flag bearer a very easy for win. The national appeal high. That is the asset I bring to the APC. I dey come to somebody who talk say political prisoners then they and the tripartite, not to the tripartite not deal with political prisoners. The National Unity Agreement not deal with political prisoners. We get people in the party we get that responsibility for follow that, not to the tripartite committee. So I want to conclude here because these are the questions so people be asked. The last one about innovation, but I've been don't respond to that for say a day on the white economy. So I'm willing for take as many questions as possible. This is a wonderful night for engagement fellow Sierra Leoneans across the world.
Okay, we Lord do justice to the commenters. Maybe commenters there will not say we get hundreds of them. We're not all we will take. Please, we don't take the 5 lucky ones, maybe 6. This person they say Mohammed Kamar they say Dr. Marah, can you consider a woman to be your running mate if selected the flag bearer? This person they say Afriba, they say I go only support candidate of any party way ready for stand against the drug and cocaine of Omar Sharif. This they come from Julius Conte that they say military intervention is hanging over Sierra Leone if Mada Bio failed to address the nation about the peaceful transfer of power to Dr. Samura Kamara. And this one they come up from Kisi Ferry Terminal. It said Dr. Marah is the man that will unite Sierra Leone. It does not throw words of threats, but present policies. Jamila, they say the Dr. Marah was favorite and most admired politician, but I was disappointed by him about the tripartite. And legendary, they say Mr. Komon-Tok, according to Dr. Richard Conte Osamu, tell Marah for make them meet na the American embassy where they finalize tripartite report without the other members. This one they come up from Kel Toure. Thanks, Dr. Kaifala Marah for showing up. Yes, sir. We kindly plead into you to take more interviews. You are a person we are looking forward to rule this country. All right, maybe you don't take this last one. And this one, Abdul Kagbo, they say, looking at this guy, what he's saying, no matter who is going to lead the party, I disagree with you. This guy think we are all fools. There will be no election in 2028. We are going to fight for our vote. All right, this one, okay, maybe we'll just take, let me just go up with, just add one more, and then we give you for the S, they say, Mr. Marah, you have been key player in, okay, in INC, including the last APC government. What will you say about your government role in negotiating on progressive contract in mining, example, Marampa, Octia, etc., reliance on foreign donors to govern? I think that you are end with. And of course, okay, all right, yes, yeah, Kiki, thank you. And okay, let me give you the mic. Let you okay, let's just take this last one. Jerry Brown said, when it comes to financial resources for 2028 elections, the Green have an advantage, sponsor the cocaine drug lord. Kelvin, yes, Kelvin says thank you for joining us. So far, we'll just tap that in first. Of course, Louis again chance may answer on a comments there on a present. It's a sample.
Okay, the one we talk about woman running mates, I just want to say this. I'm not averse to woman or man or anybody being running mates. In fact, my own politics not to for promise anybody say you will be running mate. Because the constitution say when they don't elect a flag bearer, they get for the party leadership for make a decision on who will be a running mate. After elections, plenty issues will come up. You'll get ethnic issues. You'll get regional issues. You'll get religious issues. You'll get gender issues. So if you run therefore for leadership and you don't be a conformist for work with people and respect institutions, and the institution where they say for make this decision, the leadership get for involved, not get for involved, I think you get for play by that. We get plenty competent women then way. If anyone lucky for come on board way, I go very, very much be happy for work with them. So I want to say that I'm not averse to that. I'm open to all women them. In fact, many of the women that I work with in government, they all really they do well. They're excellent. Many times we give women responsibility. They go to sleep because they shame and they make sure they do well. But I just want to say I get for respect what the constitution say. But I want to let this person say I'm not averse to working with a woman. Somebody say they go want somebody who will stand, against the drug lord. Maybe the way you want Lord one will not go do so, but I want let una know say will not get for left any stone unturned. I've not been engaged now. Komon-Tok. This is not the first I can at this platform. You ask yourself tonight, at what point in time you get anybody across any political party, we go gather people in a Bintumani conference center and discuss the economic failures of a sitting government and profile solutions and come up with strong statements on elections. If I could do that, and this is not for play to the gallery, you can trust me, say anything we get for do to country in progress, I'm ready for one. And I can stand out for anything. Me self get picking them. I know what it mean when picking go down that path. We will reach there. And I want Leona know say we will provide that leadership and that strong outreach for ensure that to address the outstanding issues where they affect young people. I want to tell the person thank you. We say if Marah get the opportunity to unite the country, I think that is it. All they talk about peace and conflict, me not to the technical or academic thing they talk about. I give real examples. I've been chair of the G7 Plus. The G7 Plus, the association of all post-conflict countries in the world, of all countries who don't go through fragility and conflict. I was chair of that, 20 ministers of finance across the world. I lead them for 3 years. I get involved with Central African Republic, the issue with Guinea-Bissau and South Sudan being part of that. And so if I get the opportunity, I will unite the country. Somebody talk, say, elect me business, not be for really like for make, I get involved with the tripartite, you get issues. Anything you do now this world, we get for do with interest. And people then split across. Honestly, people get forget issues. But the reality is, even the people where they say so, look at the track record and look at how the thing conclude. Trust me, they will pat you on the back. That is why I know they hesitate.
This conclude one here. A lot of people then will disagree with you. I will tell you this because we got a lot of data. The majority of Sierra Leone then within them they actually look for, particularly the other side, now for maybe a rerun, maybe another election, but by saying you get it, when I praise are awesome, I will tell you clearly, a majority of people, they don't think this way. In fact, there's
yes, I want to say something. The data where you gather, not represent every Sierra Leonean. The person will get opportunity for voice in your own grievance and the voice them out. But put yourself in the position where I say we get 80 recommendations for ensure that we clean up and we get a very good elections coming forward. We do that. When we reach the critical issues, we didn't give up. We walked out once, we walked out twice. The only compromise with the party and the government agree on with the international community mediating is split report. We come out with split report. Not to Kaifala Marah in split report go to the international community. Now the party in split report. The party voted, NAC voted, and the leadership signed on it. So if that only not meets some people then your requirement, and then your how we call them, then your expectations, you can't come back and say, well, okay, they not do this simply because they not meet this. They work that way. I can tell you that there are other people in the country.
So how many calls more you want to take? Because the lines still out, but just the Mr. Sef look the try for see how they manage the time.
Well,
how many calls you accommodate?
Start 9, 10, 11, we done the nearly 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah, nearly 2.5 years.
Well, Lord, take like 2 or 3. That's fine.
Okay. All right. So Fambule, yes, we connect to na back Naya on the line. Lobby Guna. All right. Yes, call outside the call from.
Hey, I come from United States. Komon-Tok. How you do?
No bad. Yes, you get 1 minute.
Me now a concern Sierra Leone.
Okay.
Then just call me. Actually, I just speak past. Then call me and say you get a very important guest stay with you. And not be follow the show, but make I tell you something about the Mr. Marah. If we miss Mr. Marah as a flag bearer for APC, we don't miss somebody. I go tell you small thing about this man.
No, now 1 minute you get. You don't have 20 seconds.
Okay, so I know.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you very much. Would they add another voice? Will they take this one? Yes, call outside the call from.
Yes, hello.
Who's the call from? Who's the call from?
Yes, I call from UK.
Okay, you get 1 minute. Go ahead, please.
Yes, I want to ask Dr. Marah that being a person with disability and a seasoned activist, we don't be the president for the disabled people in us from UK. Okay, like I was saying, as I'm a disabled person and a seasoned activist, we don't be president for the disabled people in the Sierra Leone. I want to ask Dr. Marah because some of we don't work with different presidents, which we don't see is that in governance, we know they see disabled people and they take part, but they take decision for we. And Dr. Marah, an academic, they said, I agree with you, the UN resolution where they say you cannot work for us. until we all be part of the process. What's that Dr. Marah in policy or what he gets for disabled people?
Okay.
We say we go able for take part in governance of national development.
Okay, thank you very much. It will answer you definitely on that. Yes, we'll take another voice here. We'll take two more, then we'll wrap up the call. So yes, call outside the call from?
From Belgium, Boston.
Yeah, Boston, thank you for joining us. You get the platform. Get 1 minute.
Yeah. For you guest, Mr. Kaifala Marah, because you are here for how on earth then they talk of elections, we then get an election we don't win, then all they try for all this election we don't win. Then they talk of other election, especially in the time where they do this tripartite business. And if in opponent or in colleague, Mr. Samura don't mess up, we APC now a big party, not to one person, not to two person. How comes then they always talk of 2028, they're not able for stand for the suffering of the people, where people then suffer for going at the chaos, for vote and everything. They take this election at their hand in no.
All right.
Then only stand.
Thank you. One minute. Yeah, definitely go answer you. We take this will be the second to last call, and then we wrap up the call from this side. Yes, call outside the call from. Who side they call from? Who know they get you? Okay. We had another voice from here. Okay. Sorry. Okay. All right. This will be the second to last. Yes, call outside they call from. Who know they get you?
Hello.
Yeah. Outside they call from. Okay, we had another voice. This person, the yourself. Okay, all right. So, okay, this will be the last call for not. Yes, call outside the call from. Okay, we don't miss this one. Okay, I don't know. Okay, this will be the last call for tonight. Yes, call outside the call from. Yeah, outside the call from. All right, you get 1 minute.
The question is, according to...
Who know they get you? We volume all the up.
Hello?
Okay, better now.
Okay, yeah, I say my question is, according to Dr. Richard Conte, he said during the, for the presenting reports, which was on Saturday, he said Samura calls Dr. Marah for them meet up at the American embassy without the other members there. So only Dr. Marah speak on that issue, please.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you very much. So, Fambule, we apologize. I think now we end the calls then. We know say people really want help. I mean, want add them voice, but energy will get beginning definitely gets again ending. Now we tap the program. We do apologize. We go down. There are two of the people in Naya. FMDC, the conference they had been to Mani, clearly pointed out where SLPP have been failing and why they are not effective. I don't believe in any other candidate has actually done that with substance. And this one is more from C. Kamara. Mara is a technocrat, not a politician. What has he done towards the socio-economic development of Sierra Leone when he was a minister of finance and bank governor? And this one, they say, Mr. Komon-Tok, we lost confidence on APC. This now the last person they take is Amira. They say Dr. Marah is a trustworthy person and he deserves to be president of Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone needs a leader like him. Wishing all the best. Okay, so Fambul, legendary say Marah no answer me question. Okay, look like somebody they win question, answer. Well, so Fambul, we turn up plenty thank you. Again, this part's now waiting Una ask, na he go answer, no interruption. You get the mic.
Yeah. First and foremost, I want to say thank you to this last round of questions. You know, when you want lead, you get for listen to people and hear them out. Somebody asked, I dey walk backwards now. Somebody asked, say, Dr. Marah na technocrat, not a politician. Well, I can understand who side that person they come up from. I know I'm saying a detractor, but you know, if you take a look at Dr. Marah's track record, a seasoned politician, and he don't do well, not to just saying things, but doing them. I mean, under my belt, what I do as Minister of Finance, trust me, is unmatched. You can go back to records. I know I'm boast about this, but that is the truth. And every policy way I implement, in fact, the challenge was how people go match and take on the policies and way I put together. And I want to tell that person, thank you, where he acknowledge what I do not into money and say, it's difficult for get a politician where go do that. I mean, if you not commend me for that, what more you go commend me for? But thank you, this is a political conversation, and I take your point. Now, somebody say, the person talk about tripartite. He say, why not stand up for result? And I just quote, he say, when Samura don't mess up. Well, me no say Samura mess up. What me know was, we go as a party and as a team. And Dr. Samura no ever complain, say, the party make a decision in my absence. The leadership no ever complain, say, the tripartite team make a decision without we consent. The party generally, at every time no complain, say, how the tripartite committee conclude this thing without knowledge. We kept them in the loop. We take advice from the leadership. We walked away from that. And at the end of the day, the final decision we'll come up with was approved by the leadership, including Big Brother Samura. So that brings me to the person where say, a colleague member of the tripartite committee say, the last day when they wrap up for going to the American embassy, na Samura called Dr. Marah. Dr. Samura na the lead negotiator on behalf of the APC. David Shenge na the lead negotiator on behalf of the government. If they require them for go conclude, they must call we win our co-chairs, all three co-chairs. Kaifala Marah, the man will be represent government, as well as the woman will represent the United Nations. So now so it happened. Not to Kaifala Marah no more go. Now process, now how the thing go, now so it been for go. So I just want for let that person know that and put down the behind them. Now, somebody talk about waiting I go do for the disabled. I really appreciate what he say, but I want to let you know in the tripartite committee recommendations, we're so concerned about the disabled that will make it clear that going forward in the elections, we therefore endeavor for ensure that over time we'll get 2% of elected people across the country be disabled. So if we can do that, when we know day, it meant that if I'm president, I go do more. How much more I go do? I want to let you know you there in the UK that while Sade Freetown, I get people who call and say blind friends of Dr. Marah. These are my friends. That day I've been to money. When I see somebody from the disability wing where it come, it's enough and ask what I go do. And I make a commitment on that day that if I get the opportunity for serve, me, na my cabinet, I get a disabled person. Now, don't forget, now David Blunkett, I had and column, we been there now, a blind man, but he been there in our government. And just because they're disabled, they not go serve? No. They are capable.
MB Attila.
Fine, and Attila. President Kuroma do am. So we'll still continue for do the thing. So I just want let that person know that if I get the opportunity, not just that, But when we do with new buildings, we have to take into consideration how we help disabled for make them able access them facilities and the opportunities and what more we will do for the blind, what more we will do for other categories. In fact, I tell you this, when I do the last time for dine and eat and get fun with the disabled them, I learned say then get 17 disabled organizations inside Kwenadugu. It go shock you now. You get some category where they call little people. You get some who are albinos. You get plenty category of disabled. So if I don't start for do that, for build relationship with them, forget blind people who then call themselves blind friends of Dr. Marah. Trust me. Not just the keke then when they say Dr. Marah now keke paddy, no. But people who are disabled. If I start that now, I will only build on the legacy of President Koma and expand the scope on that for ensure that not only we get disabled people across the board, like they talk about 3% for women them, but I'm sure we will put a threshold for ensure that people with disability are represented and that all the buildings they come up with in the country, then really get access to them. Finally, I want to tell the person, thank you, we are not able to conclude in statement because you not get time for say, the trust Dr. Marah, and if the APC lost Dr. Marah, they go waiting self. I understand where they come up from, although you not get time for conclude. And tell the woman, thank you, we say they get trust and confidence in me. To my fellow Sierra Leoneans with the view tonight, I just want to let sit down and reflect back on the reviews where people make. Good number of them coming out in support of me and vouching for who I really be, my character, waiting make me up, and waiting define me. So I'll tell you now tonight, if I get the opportunity, I will hit the ground running, we will fix the economy, we will turn things around. The push issues, we will address them. Not only that, but anything we get for do with the city, anything we get for do with health, anything we get for do with agriculture and young people and women, and even the aged, these are things we'll get for take on.
All
to
right.
make everybody the way they listen, and the Okada party them, I want to let una know say, I not mention una, I not mainstream una, because the situation not arise, but I want to let una know say, una they very close to my heart, and I tell every viewer thank you. Finally, Komon-Tok. All the one them way doubt and ask questions. This is not the purpose of democratic conversation. This is not the value for open the space and listen to people.
Well, this is the reason we give, because how they do it, we now we get the tripartite. We are the and the people who they call and the commenters there.
So
everybody's opinion, and of course some of the questions that we might not ask, but some of them then definitely get for ask, and if you're up to everybody.
Absolutely. And I tell you one thing, I'm not averse to that too. It has to happen. When you find yourself a politician in the run, nobody know the ask question, you get for fear.
Anyway,
but when you able to articulate and address issues,
yeah, I just wish you probably get more time. I just wish you probably get more time. And
yeah, 23:40, they go to midnight now.
Yeah, so yeah.
We don't do 2 hours 40 minutes.
Yeah, 2 hours 40 minutes.
So thank you, and everybody thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much for sparing the time and for talk to the community. And it's been a long week. See people and still they call say unfortunately I just switched the phone now. And Fambule, we go keep an eye on this. One thing, we are still stick with we on point. Would I beautiful conversations there? Would I beautiful promises there? Would I beautiful manifestos there from salon politicians there? Me, I never put nobody. They put everybody unless people improve we otherwise. We really want somebody where they prove we wrong, or for tell we say me are different. Me, they can't make different. The people the people of Sierra Leone they're more than just what they say. Then gains with where people and they raise their hope. They want at least when somebody gets that unique privilege, make it deliver for the people. And I'm sure that make beaucoup people in 20 day for kind of you, but not for you no more. as you say, as we all know, you're a seasoned diplomat, you're a seasoned politician. If we give this mic here, you go talk to you know they even tell yourself. But we they look for the solution, the practical solutions. When if you get the opportunity for become a president, now we not come back like them platform begin remind you. Play them clip here, say, hey, that's what you be say. You be say they can toilets for free. You be they say they digitalize the economy. You say they bring your ambassador, they get a contract. You say they bring mega agriculture. You say they bring entrepreneur funds. You go bring bank women bank. All of this. We don't want tomorrow. Or when you get the opportunity, we'll begin to remind you because we know people there. We know they call the names again there because time not permit to. We don't promise many times, and what would they remind them about them promising? They don't even listen with self again.
That's true.
Say we crazy. We're not crazy, so
we're not crazy.
But who are the politicians and get for buck up na Salone? Otherwise, the people of Salone are not going to say for them anything.
So give me an opportunity for closing statements. 30 seconds.
Of course, go ahead.
Okay. You know, I listen to you. And I like how they take records of waiting I say. At the left on all with one thing. And look at me squarely. Whether you like me or not, whether they're on my team or not, whether I belong to the APC or not, will you trust me with the economy? Will you trust me with the country? You know, one thing they about politics. For grab and say, I do this now, one thing. But the person get the basics, they get the background, they get the track record. I not carry out tonight with promises. I put my track record first and tell una say, if I get the opportunity, I will build on that track record. And I challenge una. Did I ever say I will do something and not do it? No. And when he started, he say you do well. During the tenure, we record the highest, Sierra Leone become one of the fastest growing economies. Ebo, what I go do again? I delivered then as minister. So if I'm president, I don't get my mentorship already. I don't need for come, sit down and guess. When I come, I will deliver. And keep everything you say. When I keep this tape. And when I'm president, we'll get the opportunity to get this conversation again. I will not falter.
Definitely. We will remind you.
Very much.
We will definitely remind you.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure for getting on the platform. And so family, we tell us plenty thank you. And we really appreciate you now. Please join me back on Sunday as we get the Prime Minister, the 8th Prime Minister of Jamaica and Pekin. Therefore can talk to we na the platform. Until then, me and Mr. Komon-Tok, of course, I'll be there with Dr. Kaifala Marah. We the sick for become the flag bearer of APC or ultimately the president of Salone if Salone people don't get a chance 2028. Until then, bye-bye.
Oh yeah. This now Komon-Tok. In case you don't know. Oh yeah. With love and loyalty to his sweet mama Salone. Now we all come together as one. For tomorrow, now we go make Salone. Anytime where you pay, anytime where you go, anything you do, it no matter. Oh yeah, it no matter. Now we for turn up Tanga one. Inside Sierra Leone, let one big family, cause no place like home. In case you don't know, this now Komon-Tok, where they bring information about Salone. In case you don't know, this now Komon-Tok, where they bring information about Salone. For education, entertainment,